Good afternoon, morning, or evening, whenever you're watching this. This is Gary from The Hawk, your health and wellness coach. We're back for another series of week 4 for the Continue Improvement series. This week we're going to be focusing on the shoulder and the lats. So hopefully everything from last week is feeling good. Your chest is all nice and open, but now we're actually going to start hitting our posterior chain a little bit here. So let me just get the computer set up. Alrighty. So now, since we're with the continuous improvement stuff, we're going to the bridges and the push-ups. What you can start doing is start intermixing that anytime throughout your training session. So you don't have to wait until actually it says on there step 5, start doing your push-ups. You can start doing that. Do a set at the beginning, do some soft tissue, do another set, do your mobility drill, do another set, do your Turkish get-up drill, do another set. Go to your circuit, then finish up the last 2 sets at the end. It's whatever makes you feel comfortable, and as long as you're getting good quality reps. So just as a reminder, whenever you are doing your push-ups, no matter where they're at, in a full push-up position, you want to make sure you're leaned, everything in good position. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Making sure there's no warm knee or hip motions. You can do it on your knees, squeeze everything's engaged, down, up. You can do an incline, up against, so high incline here, on a back position of a chair, or this could be your couch, or the other side, chair, couch. Make sure everything's nice and good with it. And then also do it up against the wall. Make sure you're always doing good quality reps. Inhale on the down portion, exhale on the way up. When you're doing your bridges, whichever way that works best for you, there shouldn't be anything new to you guys. But as you're coming up, squeeze everything tight, bridge, hold that top position for like a second, boom, just up and down. You can do one leg up. You can also do long crab. You can do regular crab, whatever you choose to. So that's your continuous improvement section. So today what we're going to do is we're going to hit the posterior shoulder, slash the rotator cuff insertion area, the lat area right there, and we're going to work our way down our lat as well. So first way you can do it is grabbing your ball, going to put it right behind your shoulder, right in your armpit, kind of where the lat attaches there, okay? And you're just going to keep your midline engaged and move your shoulder up and down, externally rotate, internally rotate. Keep that shoulder against there. Okay, make sure you put pressure on it. And it shouldn't feel very comfortable, but you're going to do it nice and easy for 2 minutes. Switch sides to the other side, 2 minutes. If you want to add something to this, you can always roll over to your shoulder. And as you saw, much more tenderness there because there's much more, my body weight's on it more. And now, do the exact same thing. Externally rotating it, internally rotating it. Does not feel very comfortable. But same thing, doing that for about 2 minutes, just rotating back and forth. So now you're going to switch to the other side. What I'm going to hit on this side is actually more of the lat. So you're going to lay on your side, get into your armpit, the very back of your shoulder blade there. And you're going to find a chin spot there. And relax. You can do internal rotation here. But after you do that for about 10 to 20 rotations, slowly lower the ball down, following your lat, and focusing on any hot spots you might have. Right there. Yep. 10 to 15. There, and just keep working your way down on your side there even further. And it should not feel comfortable because these are spots that usually don't get hit a whole bunch. But what's nice about the cross ball is you can actually pinpoint certain areas with it. So there's your hot spots for today. Once you get done with that, we're going to do a raised hip hinge with T-spine extension and overhead reach. So I'm using this table here. So the key here is making sure you have a good body position for your hip hinge because that's going to come into play when we get to our finisher at the end. As I hip hinge out, making sure my knees is still over the shoelaces on my feet and not coming forward in this position. I don't want my heels coming off the ground. That good hip hinge, as you can see, seeking out and getting some head control here. You're gonna hit for 2 minutes. You can also do it, the chair is more likely going to be the height you're at. Make sure your hip hinge comes back, so you may need to adjust. Hip hinge comes back, so you're in a good hip hinge position, not to come too far forward, not coming up like this. Good hip hinge, because we're trying to loosen up in this position. So as you're doing this, do some shoulder motions. Reach with a little bit. See how hands are coming back and forth. My hips aren't changing. Go up and down. Do some just moving around, just opening that all up. Do it in your hips as well. Trying to just open up your hips and your shoulders this entire time, because you're trying to stretch the lats out. So once we've hit the tissue quality, got the muscles relaxed and opened up a little bit, then we got a little bit of stretch. Now we're going to go into our Turkish get up, outlaw rack, transitions from elbow to the hand. So we've been hitting the get up in the last couple weeks. So if you're not really sure what that is, go back to one of the older videos in the series and this playlist and see what we're actually talking about. But you can take gallon milk jug, something to hold in your hand. We also have a dumbbell here. But what you're going to do is you're going to put it behind your back with your palm facing your back. So you're kind of like patting yourself on the back there. If you don't have anything to hold or if that bothers you, you can just hold yourself in this position and just go through the motion like this. But we're in a position here. Get up, and all you're going to do is go from your elbow up to your hand. Elbow, hand. Keeping this elbow, your elbow back as far as you can the whole time, so you don't want to collapse. That defeats the purpose of it. We're trying to get stabilized in an overhead position here. Okay? So doing it with a weight. It's going to give you a little bit more of a pull, and the weight's going to help you so you don't collapse your elbow in. But your chest is out, because we've been working on keeping our chest out, our knees apart from each other for the past couple weeks here. Just going back and forth, nice and easy. Feel free to hold it, do a head control, whatever you want. Good. And then we switch. We go to the other side. Actually, I'm going to stay here so you can kind of see where the weight is. Come in there. So here. Just nice and tall. Chest out. Knees are out. Just transitioning back and forth for 2 minutes on each side. All right. Next is the continuous improvement stuff, which we've already discussed. So we're going to go through our finisher. So our finisher is going to start with some lower body rolling. So in this lower body rolling position, what you're going to do, you're going to lay on your back. Move all the stuff you don't need out of your way. Okay, hands up overhead so you're laying flat. I'm going to take one leg, and just my upper body's paralyzed. I can't use it. I can only use my lower body to roll over. I'm going to take my one leg over. I'm going to throw it over nice and easy. I'm trying to keep my right shoulder down as long as possible, and then I'm going to roll all the way over. So I'm taking my right leg, lifting it up, driving my heel far back. I'm getting a good stretch through here, my lateral line, into my lats, and coming back over. I'm switching and go the other way. Go away. So upper body's nice and relaxed the whole time. The point is to disassociate your upper body from your lower body. So separate it, twist it, get it so it's not connected. You do not want to roll over as one unit. So we're going to do that for a minute. When the minute's finished with that, we're going to do quad walkouts or QP walkout. So we're going to do quad first. So locking it in, I'm going to walk my hands out as far as I can. Let it slide if you're able to, and then bring it back. Making sure there's none of this. Going back, so just walking back out and coming back up. You can also do it in plank position, walk hands out and walk back. So just have fun doing that for an entire minute straight. After that, we're going to stand up and we're going to go back to our outlaw rack hold. So I'm going to keep demonstrating with the water jug for right now. You can do this with 1 or 2 hands depending on how you're feeling. So I'm going to take it behind my head, and all I'm going to do is elbow rack march. So this is march in place, midlines engaged, keeping a tall spine. Okay, you can also use 2 hands. So you can see here, I'm holding on with both hands, doing the same thing. You can switch whenever you need to. If you really want to get crazy and fancy, grab 2 things to hold on to. And now there's 1 in each hand. The trick here is when you grab at least 2 of them, you got to make sure you can get them back out without hurting yourself. So that's why these are relatively light weights. So we got that for a minute. When we get finished with that, we're going to do a hip hinge row with 1 or 2 arms. So just like the hip hinge we did before. So imagine you still got your hip hinge before you're doing your stretch. Good hip hinge. Grabbing 1 weight and I'm rowing up. You can also use 2 hands here. You can also use 2 weights. For a minute, and you repeat that the 4 to 6 rounds. So you're going to be having a lot of fun there with it. As always, whenever you finish, please retest that hot spot. So check your shoulders, your lats, your posterior shoulders to see if anything's different. In addition, please check out our other videos. Subscribe to our channel to get updates with it. We've also created a new playlist called Movement Minutes to help you guys get up and move throughout the day. So it's just 2 to 4 minute videos where every 30 minutes or so you come up there, watch one of the videos, follow through, and just do whatever stretch mobility drill we have there, whatever is focusing on you. So hopefully it gives you guys getting active instead of just sitting in front of a computer for 12 hours a day looking at a screen. You really start getting yourself out of this position and getting yourself up and out so you can offset the negative effects of sitting. So as always, let us know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. We're here to help you. Remember to stay safe, stay strong, and until next week, have a blessed day. Thanks, guys.